Hi everyone, and welcome to more Red Rock and Chocolate Milk. This little piece of paradise is Scapa Flow, and below me is the SMS König. The König is a German First World War dreadnought battleship and lead ship of her class. She was scuttled in Scapa Flow with the German High Seas Fleet on the 21st of June 1919. Just like the other ships in her class, she is 146 meters long and has a beam of 28 meters. Today, she lies upside down in about 38 meters of water, with the highest parts in roughly 20 meters. Contrary to her sister the Markgraf, the König is quite broken up due to heavy salvage damage. It seems that the salvagers have learned a lot about the effective use of explosives between salvaging the König and the Markgraf. This, of course, has pros and cons. While the blast damage is considerable, and thus parts of her look more like a bunch of broken up metal than a ship, this also gives easy access to areas that remain hidden for her more intact and on first sight more impressive sister ships Markgraf and Kronprinz Wilhelm. The shot is tied near the engine room. The salvagers left a massive blast hole here as they were removing the valuable bronze turbines and other machinery. Dropping down into the engine room, we find one of the remaining less valuable turbines. The scale of these really makes you think. This is, after all, precision engineering from over a century ago. Just to illustrate the scale, I could easily fit into that center cavity wearing my side mount rebreather and two bailout bottles. Leaving the engine room and moving aft, we come across this massive circular opening of about 2 meters diameter. This is the barbette within which the Delta turret once rotated. These rectangular openings are part of the ammunition hoist. Shells and cordite charges once started their journey to the main armament breaches through these holes. We then move further aft, trying to find some of the exposed Citadel armor. It is hidden underneath some plating, so I miss it going towards the stern. After some time, and going further than I would have expected, I figured, oh well, and turned back towards the engine room. On the way, I noticed this interesting opening into the ship, and lo and behold, there it is. I put my hand on the steel to get a better idea of the scale. It is noticeably thicker than my hand is long. Apparently, the armor here is 12 inches thick. Not sure what my buddy was looking at all this time, but I get his attention to tell him the good news. Moving forwards past the engine room and dropping over the side of the hull, we get to an area where the outer hull is gone and you can get behind the transverse frame. Following the space behind the transverse frame, we come to an open bulkhead. Behind is a very silty room with a boiler that resembles the flying spaghetti monster. And we can exit the space through a fun-sized hole that we've been reliably told is not big enough to be used as an exit. After a bit more poking around, our time here is up and we say our goodbyes to the König.